All right, so today we are going to talk about some questions. Some people have asked you questions. They've submitted questions, and I'm going to ask them to you. And we're going to give some resources to people that have been recently diagnosed with epilepsy. So our first question is from Melissa. And this is what she says. She says, "Hi, Robert. Has your recent stay in the nursing facility taught you new things about epilepsy? Remember when you stayed in the hospital and then you had to go to a place to have physical therapy?
Yes.
Did that teach you anything about epilepsy?
Yes.
What did it teach you?
Taught me a lot of things.
Can you give me an example?"
Taught me how to walk better.
How to walk better? Yeah, they did very good with their physical therapy, didn't they?
Yes, they did.
Yeah, you did really good. And you're still practicing here at home with that,
Yes.
so that helps. Yeah.
I do excellent with that.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, epilepsy has affected Robert's mobility over the years. So physical therapy really helped you this summer.
Yes, it has.
Okay. And Alyssa also says, "Thank you for your outreach and your education about epilepsy."
Yes.
She said, "It's awesome that you're both doing this. Hugs and love."
Yes.
All right. Now our second question is from GJ. And she said, "This question is more for me than you, but what information would you give a newly diagnosed young adult and their family?" And I'll let you answer that too in a second, but I just want to give a couple of resources. I think it's, once you get newly diagnosed, I think it's really important to learn as much as you can about the type of seizure that a person has and the medications that they are being prescribed. I think all caregivers really know that you need to get almost a PhD in the caries illness or disorder or disease, just so that you know the types of questions to ask, and you just know what to look for, and to help give them the best possible care. A few resources that I would give a newly diagnosed family if someone's been diagnosed with epilepsy is the Epilepsy Foundation has a lot of information on their website, and that is epilepsy.com. Cure Epilepsy at cureepilepsy.org is also a terrific organization. They do a lot of research. They have lots of facts and information on their website as well. As far as support, I would look to the Chelsea Hutchison Foundation. They provide help and support to families dealing with epilepsy, and they particularly focus on young adults and teens. And they also do some fundraising to help provide seizure response dogs to families. And I think the work that they do is really, really terrific. Another similar organization is the Danny Did Foundation, and they work to raise awareness about SUDEP, and that is the umbrella term used for unexplained death by epilepsy, and that is something that sometimes doctors don't even talk about. And the Danny Did Foundation does a lot of great work in fundraising in order to raise awareness about that. And I think it's important to talk about that. You don't want to gloss over the risk of death. It's not a light topic, but it is something that just people should be aware of. They are at dannydid.org. And I don't want to leave out another terrific organization that ran Robert's story on their website, and we met them at the Epilepsy Awareness Day in Disneyland, and that's the Epilepsy Squad. and I just love these guys. They have an initiative to decrease the stigma of epilepsy, and they are extremely determined young adults. They've made such an impression on me. They can be reached at easquad.org. So, let's see what else. So Robert, I'm going to ask you to answer the question, what information would you give to someone that just was given a diagnosis of epilepsy? What would you tell them?
The first response.
Because you've dealt with epilepsy your whole life.
Yes.
And what would you tell them if someone just brand new said that they were diagnosed with epilepsy, that they just got it? What would you tell them?
I'd tell them what to do.
Yeah? What do you think you would tell them to do?
If they have epilepsy, I'd tell them how to handle epilepsy.
Yeah? How do you handle epilepsy?
Go by the day and God.
Go day to day
Yeah.
and you pray.
And I do not have any seizures.
You pray that you don't have any seizures, okay. And that's helpful to you, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, that's great.
Mm-hmm. Most of the time I don't have any seizures too.
Yeah, that helps. You ready for another question?
Sure.
Okay, this one's from Teresa. And she says, what has dealing with epilepsy taught you? What have you learned from epilepsy? You've had it your entire life.
Yes.
What has it taught you?
It's taught me a lot of things.
Yeah? Like what?
It taught me but so I was born with epilepsy,
Mm-hmm.
and they tried everything, every medication.
They really have. They've tried every medication.
So I had brain surgery.
And they've tried brain surgery. You also had a deep brain stimulator implanted
Yes.
and a vagus nerve stimulator implanted.
Yes.
And nothing worked 100% for you.
All right.
Yeah. But we keep trying, don't we?
Yes.
Yeah.
I remember when I had that brain surgery, I had to be awake.
Well, let's not talk about the brain surgery right now, okay? Because we talked about that on another video. But let's answer these questions, okay?
Okay.
All right, so have you learned anything else about epilepsy? You seem to have a lot of hope. Do you think that came from having epilepsy?
Yes, and I was stuck a lot.
Yeah. Okay. I have a question for you. This one comes from me. Does it hurt when you have a seizure?
No.
You don't feel any pain?
No, I don't feel any pain.
Okay, all right. And why don't you tell me, you have a helmet sitting right next to you.
Yes.
Why don't you tell me why you wear your helmet?
I don't have to wear the helmet right now.
No, but you want to show the people your helmet?
This is my helmet right here.
Yeah, you want to tell us about it?
This is my helmet right here.
Yeah. And why do you wear it?
I have to wear it. I'll put it on for you.
Okay, go ahead, put it on for us.
I'll show you.
Yeah, that's good.
See what it looks like.
Yeah, I like it. And you chose this blue color, didn't you?
Yes.
Yeah, it's white on top, but it's got this blue insert that's
Yes.
soft and cushiony. And your chin strap is like that too.
Yes.
And you're wearing a blue shirt. Let me guess, blue's your favorite color.
Yes. It's comfortable.
It's comfortable, good. And do you wear that to protect your head in case you fall?
Yes.
Yeah, that helps you, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
And does it hurt if you, does your head hurt if you fall and hit, but you're wearing your helmet?
No.
No, okay, and so it helps keep you safe?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, we keep it safe.
Great, okay. So Richard has a question, and this is for you, and actually we're both going to answer this, and this question is, what do you do when someone has a seizure? So I'm going to answer that first, and then you can tell me what you like to have people do when you have a seizure, okay?
Okay.
Okay, so first, safety is critical. You have to make sure that the person is in a safe place, although do not move them. You just, there's actually first aid for different types of seizures. Robert has the complex partial seizures. If he's standing, he'll fall. So if we start to see that he's having a seizure and he's standing, we'll get behind him. We typically walk behind him anyway, just in case a seizure strikes. You don't have much time between the time that he loses awareness and falls. So we do stand behind him and try to catch him. We're successful 90% of the time. Sometimes we're not, but a good thing to do is time the seizure. And the information I'm reading from actually is from the Epilepsy Foundation, and they have information on their website as well. So time the seizure. We keep it on a log so that we are aware of the length of the seizure, and the date of the seizure, and we can give that all that information to the neurologist. It's very helpful. Don't grab or hold on to the person. You might want to explain to others what's happening, if a crowd is gathering. Definitely keep people away if there is a crowd. If Robert has a seizure in a grocery store, for instance, we don't want a lot of people crowding around him. And there are some things that you don't necessarily need to do. You don't need to call 911 in all cases. If a person has a seizure, you can check to see if they have a medical alert bracelet. It may say that they have seizures. Robert has one that he wears on his wrist, and it does say that he has epilepsy, and it has my information on it. Typically, he's not going to be wandering around by himself, but some people that have pretty well controlled seizures may be at the store themselves. Robert lived independently for many years, and he would go to the grocery store, and unfortunately, a lot of times they call 911, but it's not always necessary to do so. One thing you should never do is put something in a person's mouth when they are having a seizure. I don't know how this started, but it is. It's a myth that persists today, and it is. It's really my mission to get rid of this myth because it is so dangerous and it's unnecessary. Do not put anything in a person's mouth that's having a seizure. Don't hold them down. If they are convulsing, just make sure that maybe slip something under their head, something soft, and make sure that if they're injured, definitely call 911. Okay? So Robert, what do you like to have happen when you have a seizure? Like Richard and I take care of you when you have a seizure. Is there some advice that you can give to people when you're having a seizure? Some things that we can do?
Yes.
What can we do to help you?
When the seizur's over, you can give them more information.
About what happened?
Yes.
That is a great point. The people that have seizures are unaware of what has happened. So I think that's a really good point that Robert makes. They actually lose minutes of their day, and they most likely will need that information. We keep that in a log, so we write that down. What happened during the seizure, And that's good to keep the person informed as well. Anything else?
That's all. No, just information.
The information about what happened?
Yes.
Okay, all right. Well, I think that's it for today. Do you have anything else you want to tell us about epilepsy?
Going to last day today.
Okay, go ahead and tell them and say goodbye.
I wish everyone was staying up. God bless everyone too.
Mhm.
And I staying. God bless you.
Thank you, Robert. Thanks for answering our questions.
You're welcome.
Thank you for watching.